my name is Brittany Gallagher, and I'm a junior here at UNCW pursuing my exercise science degree. I originally planned on graduating in December of 2017, but I have a couple more prerequisite classes to take before I can apply to physical therapy school, which is my goal. My ultimate goal is to go to Baylor University out in Waco, Texas, and participate in their Army DPT program, where I would either join a branch of the military, so either the Army, the Navy, or the Air Force, and then I would do 2.5 years of schooling, and then incur a 4.5 year service obligation. So that's my ultimate goal right now. My dad was a Marine, so military has always been a big part of me. Along with that, I was born at the Naval Hospital in Bethesda, Maryland, because my dad was stationed in Quantico, Virginia at the time. So shortly after that, we moved to San Clemente, California, and then we moved to Gastonia, North Carolina, where I started school. So I've done all my schooling here in North Carolina. I would like to be a physical therapist, but if something happens and I don't get into school, which is quite possible because it's very difficult to get into now, then I would like to take a year off and try again. If that doesn't happen, then I will try to become a personal trainer or get ACSM certified and do group exercise classes, something like that, as long as it's in the fitness field, which is that's really what I want to do. I think this course would be of value to me in my future profession of any sort, or just in general, because it's very important, especially nowadays, to be aware of different types of people other than yourself, because you're not the only one in the world. And I just think it's very important to be able to build relationships and just get along with everybody, and I just think that's super important. Over this past Christmas break, I actually had the opportunity to shadow a physical therapist in a school for exceptional children, which is in Charlotte. It's Metro School in Charlotte, and every student there has some sort of disability, whether it be a seizure disorder. There was a couple people there with those, or autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, Rett syndrome. I've been exposed to all of them briefly, but I've seen a lot of different things. I also got to see orthotics being made for children, and I got to see the physical therapists fix wheelchairs and just anything that helps the student be able to pay attention more in class, because that's what the physical therapists are there for in the school, is to help with academics. So I think that this class would be of value to me, just to be able to see the opposite side of it, so the adaptive physical activity side of it, because the physical therapist would take the students to those classes, but I never got to really participate. I just got to sit back and watch. But I'm excited to actually engage with the students and have my own student to build a relationship with, and I'm super excited about that. 3 words to describe myself. I would say that I am very independent, and I really don't mind being on my own, but I do like having people around, but it really doesn't bother me to be by myself, or working by myself, or just getting things done by myself. I'm also very stubborn and extremely critical of myself, which I think is positive in some ways. It's also set me back a few times, because one tiny thing happens and I freak out. But and then the third word I would say is organized. I actually think it's fun to just sit down and write in my planner, and I do that quite often. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.